limited edition doesn't come with that one.
I play Dux first.
I can play Dux first and then jump cut to you.
There will be no jump cuts.
Alright.
Have fun with this. We'll do it again some other time.
You're not doing a review anymore?
Maybe not. Let's see. What do you think?
We can, we just need like
Don't be strong with the game, not over us.
this game is like volume too high. So yeah, this is I don't know what this is even called. You have to.
No, what do you think? You played Stormwind. What do you think? of this?
Compared to Stormwind, it's more bright and noticeable. You can look up our Stormwind review. It will be coming up soon.
Just be natural. Don't be so professional. Just, what do you think?
It's a very bright and colorful game. Makes your characters very pop, good visuals, clear backgrounds, and very similar to the.
And you're very good at dying as well.
I know I am. So good. Yeah, so pretty much yeah, it's a pretty bright, colorful game.
Do you not notice how much more the camera is zoomed in?
Yeah, compared to Stormwind,
Yeah, Stormwind had a much higher view. I noticed that it had checkpoints.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty handy thing. But in Stormwind, I had to start all over again.
No, you didn't.
At times I did.
When you had a game over.
Yeah.
When you died, you respawned right where you were. Whereas here, you're.
Yeah. Comparatively, I suck in both.
I wish we had a video capture technology. This would have been awesome.
I think this TV is not compatible with that.
I think the TV is awesome. I think you are just amazingly bad. I've never seen anybody be this bad. You're dying with the environment's enemies are not even killing you.
I don't know.
How do you not know that?
Oh, shut up. No.
This is a spaceship. What happens to a ship if it crashes a wall?
Nothing in games, but how do you shoot the up enemies?
And that was Dux 1.0 by, what was your name again? Zelix?
No, my name is number 5.
Z5.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Z5.
Let's start to continue.
No, we're done with this game.
Okay, we're done.
So we're gonna go to Dux 1.5 now.
Yeah, we're just gonna jump it to you sitting here.
No, we want to do any jump cuts for the last time. So now I will play. And the reason why I let you play Dux 1.0 was because Dux 1.5 is the same game. It's basically a director's cut.
Okay.
What the problem was there was a scoring bug. The score wasn't being recorded properly.
In which game is that?
Dux 7.
Okay, I see.
What game are we talking about?
How would you start it out?
No. What game are we talking about?
Oh, like you said, Dux 7. But moving on, how would you
So
start
there is
it out?
what game are we talking
That's
about?
1.5 right now.
And what game would had the scoring bug?
1.0.
Very good!
Right.
So instant respawn, remixed music, and a little bit of polish all over.
Yeah.
Okay,
Start it.
alright, let's go. Now speak. All of it, Watch Pro now. I've never played this game ever, except the. Okay, so you fire with the X button, okay, and you press the B button and you change the direction of these things. This is very different from Stormwind, only because the camera angle is so different. It's much more zoomed in, it's much more bigger, it's much more colorful and everything.
Mind sharing your rating after
No rating.
first impression rating after this fight?
First impression, something that I'm noticing right now is that I've heard little to no sound effects.
Oh, that is true. Every enemy dies doesn't make anything. Even ghosts, no.
Like this very
Yeah.
subtle.
Yeah, like none of those.
Yeah.
Even those
There's
old games.
almost no sound in the game, which is kind of weird.
I guess the 1.5 thing.
No, 1.5 actually has better audio than the original one, remix and whatever. And
You hear subtle clashes.
yeah, but maybe you have to go in the options and adjust it. But yeah, the sound is worse than Last Hope. What?
And that one had pink bullets.
That one did have pink bullets. Oh, that's how I died. You saw that?
I didn't, and I don't.
Did you see where my thing should?
No, I didn't. So, my first impression rating of this game would be
You
a 6 due to the fact that I died in the beginning.
6 is something you would play.
6 would something I would give a rating and recommend them to play, not me.
Who's them?
The camera.
A cave full of water.
Oh, that's you.
That is deep. So that's how I look at that. Saw that?
Yeah, we should have finished
It's like a Captain America thing. Okay, you know, you throw a shield.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's that. Shooters are perceived about all being about stuff exploding on screen, right? And I think that's how you were playing this game.
Yes, I was.
And I think you were dying every 5 seconds, maybe 3.
On a bad day.
Have you ever played this game before?
Once, and I died in 2 seconds.
Okay, so when you play these games, you have to experiment around and you have to think. Like, they get a bad rep, oh, you know, this is just a simple shooter, I just blow everything that moves, but no, you have to think, and it's got some cognitive aspects to the game.
It's a very, but look, on first impression, it looks like a very typical bland game, but if you go more deep in it, it's not like
I don't think bland is the right word.
Well, the case did give that first impression though.
That's the problem in the vocabulary. Bland and being simplistically stylistic are 2 separate things.
But now
It's emphasizing colors. There's a black and white contrast in the background. The ship has bright orange and pink. It's not bland. It's simple. Yes, I am playing right now, and I am that good that I can talk and I can play comfortably.
I guess yeah. We did say that.
So yeah. So basically, Dux and Dux 1.5 are the same game. Okay, like
with the minor audio.
There are bug fixes and apparently the music has been remixed, but it probably won't matter that much.
As long as the gameplay is good and
the gameplay, you'd have to figure it out. You have to give it a chance. You have to think. Okay, you can't just expect to do the same thing and just shoot everything because you'll die. You'll have to give the keys a chance and everything. So anyway, let's move on to the next game.
Okay.
We'll end this video right here, and Redux will be in its own separate video.